So this story has been trending for a while now. It almost looks like the more you ignore it, the more it shows up on your timeline. And because of how social media works, there's really no smoke without fire, even though you shouldn't believe everything you see on social media. But with what's going on, we haven't heard from the man, we haven't heard from Mercy. Mercy is just doing her thing. Almost seem as if she doesn't really care about what people say about her, because again, she has mastered the art of entertainment and she knows what to do, what to respond to, and what not to respond to. So here is a story. BB Niger's season 4 winner Mercy Eke has allegedly caused chaos in a once peaceful home. According to reports, her supposed benefactor, a married man, flew her to the United Kingdom, gifted her the Lamborghini that she has been flaunting online, and rented her an apartment in the same city where his wife resides. Things reportedly took a dramatic turn when the wife discovered the affair and calmly requested that her husband send her money to buy her own Lamborghini just to maintain peace. In an attempt to avoid further conflict, the man allegedly sent the money, but instead of purchasing a car, the wife bought herself a house and filed for divorce. Could it be where her name, Mercy Lambo, came from? She seemed to be in love with Lambos. Anyways, and this is actually the picture that has been trending online. A man with a wife and then with 3 kids. That's pictures that have been trending online. On the left side of your screen, you can see the man and the wife, and then Mercy Eke on the other side, and then you can see the kids down there. So there you go. By the way, this was actually corroborated by Stanley on Top. And by the way, Stanley on Top is someone who is into Nollywood news and Nollywood affairs. There's virtually no news that Stanley on Top has ever given about Nollywood, that has been false. Now, this was what Stanley on Top posted. Mercy and Eke, waiting this up. I hear saying that you want break our Delta State matrimonial home because of Lamborghini. Just so you know, the man who bought the car for you, his marriage is shaking like Jagaban. I hear say the wife won't move out, so you go move in. Shaking my head. What do you girls see in married man's life? So here's the picture of the Lamborghini. So there you go. So now I'm not even saying that I believe what Stanley on Top is, because even though I know he's an authority in Nollywood news and updates, but again, we need to hear from both sides. If we don't hear from both sides, then there might just be a little bit of revelation that might twitch the entire thing. Who knows? Look, anything can happen. What if this lady comes and says it was a business venture that they did that got her that car? As in this, there are so many things you can spin, especially as it concerns social media. So nobody really knows what the actual issue is. But again, who knows? It could be the wife spilling to the media or speaking to a few friends who may have also gone out with that story. Having said that, let's check with what reactions have been so far regarding this development. I don't get why anyone will be blaming her. She don't owe them any loyalty. The man here is the one that betrayed his family. This one says, even the wife is beautiful. Esther says, I thought they said she is a hardworking lady. I thought so too. Really working hard on a married man's dick. I want no loshi. Ivietek says, why are you coming for Mercy? Akoneri says, why do some ladies derive pleasure in destroying people's homes? Laugh out loud. What does Mercy see in a married man? Really? Is that a question? What does a legally married man want from a single girl? If he can fund her, she should enjoy it. He owes his wife loyalty. Mercy owes nobody nothing. Women learn to put your husband in the right place. Or Mercy, please help them spend the money. What a psychology. This one says, when will not they support this babe for BBN? that year, knowing what she is all about. When I think say she go win, come do a different business, an olosho will always be an olosho. Now we support Lambo cause this thing. Shoyelara says so the man no scatter him home. Now to blame another person be the thing. This one says, what do you married men see in single ladies? Una go leave the main culprit. We forget say him gets fine wife for house. They go after the ladies. Your entire write-up, I no see where you call the man out to. Official Queen Cassie says, now you sabi, no be the man see better thing, they follow him. This one says, and you hear, I work hard for it. Hard indeed. Married men, focus on your family. Stop buying Lambo for girls. So this one says, how is this even right? You put out a man's family, especially the kids, like this for what exactly? Exclusive Truth says, a single girl isn't the one who made vows. Face the man, Biko. Okay, so for those who are saying that the single girls did not make a vow, I'm just trying to ask, so it's justified for the single girls to move around with married men, right? No, I'm just saying because it's if you it's almost seems as if the people who are saying that the single girls, there's nothing wrong with single girls going to marry man because again she didn't make a vow, right? And she knows, so it means that it's excused. It's almost as if these people who do these things or who have stated this are practically even doing that. Since there is no vow that have been made by the single girls, then, well, the man should be held responsible according to netizens, a few of them. Amortemi says, if as a single woman, your job is to be sleeping with married men for luxuries, they give you your life has finished and God will judge you because every sin has a consequences. Whether you are God's favorite or not, you will pay for it. And for the married men who don't respect themselves and are without dignity and want to subject themselves for disgrace and shame, you I don't even know this line. I don't know what's the saying with this line. This line is not straight up. Men and ojukokoro. The woman is pretty times is 1 million times prettier. Well, some people will say it's not even about how pretty the woman is. It's basically about what the man is chasing outside. Sandra Da Boss says, waiting on a dog, waiting on a make I leave my home for one person. Now you go eventually leave. Oh. This is crazy though. Because I also think that even though Mercy has mastered the art of online, because if this was 5 years ago or 7 years ago, or just about when she won and people were coming after her because there was a certain toucher involved, she would have responded. She would have made a statement. Management would have done something else. But I still really think this is somewhat damaging. You know, I still really think that this is somewhat damaging. Damaging in the sense that she has a brand, she's a brand, and you wouldn't want your brand to be rubbished by online in-laws just because of news like this. Except maybe she is rattled and she does not know how to respond. There's a way you would respond to something. There's a way you speak about something, and it becomes unbelievable. It becomes a huge news. So that's why I said she has mastered the art of this entertainment world. If you respond to something, then it becomes the news. I don't know if you understand. Now it's not really news because everybody is still in the speculative mode. The man has just come out to say anything. The woman, the Mercy is not saying anything. The woman involved has not bought ring light and camera. Well, these days you don't really need a ring light. Just put the phone in front of you and speak your truth. So that hasn't happened, and so nobody is really pointing and saying this is it. But the way this news is going, it almost seems as if It's a damaging situation, and it might turn out worse depending on how it finally ends. In a couple of weeks, I see there's something that's going to happen. It will depend on who is advising the woman involved. The woman, the wife, will depend on that, because she might receive some advice from people who would tell her, you know what, go online. And if she goes online, and you know how online in-laws works, there is this thing online that as soon as you put your story outside, you no longer control the narrative of your life. Yeah. As soon as you go online with your personal story, not somebody else's story, as soon as you go online, you completely relinquish the ability to think straight, because there will be tons of people who will now come into your case and want to advise you. And then when you do that, you lose the ability to control your personal narrative. Remember, this is supposed to be private issue and should be, handled privately. We've seen worse than this. It's just that the issues are not online mostly. People's personal lives are not online. And because they are not online, there's virtually nothing you can say, because you don't know that it exists. So people just, call for meetings and solve the problem, and nobody online sees it, and it goes on, life continues. But in a situation where it becomes a problem, a situation where it becomes an issue, it gets even worse, especially when you tell your stories to a third party. And not even only a third party, but somebody people online. Because online, oh damn it, in fact, that's where the problem even starts from. By the time you start going online to tell your stories, see, there's nobody that is not facing one or two issues in their life, whether they are their personal life, single life, married life. The only issue is that there are more people who control themselves or who handle their issues better than the others. I mean, why would you want to now put your family out there? And then you are now going to now face some scrutiny. People will start out digging other things about you, about your life. And maybe if you are not even clean, somebody can put you under the bus. Yes, somebody can now start bringing up your pictures, your videos, where you were doing this, where you were doing that. Something that you never thought could happen. So sometimes when you put out your story online, you lose the ability to control the narrative, because not everybody who sees you happy in that marriage like that you are there in the marriage. They want you to scatter, let the thing scatter so that you come out. Not everybody loves to see happy homes. So more than anything else, we're watching. We're hoping that this is settled amicably. By settling, I would mean that these parties should be called into some meetings, so that issues can be resolved. Issues that relates to somebody who is already married, or except there is a plan to marry a second wife, because it's even the Bible doesn't go against a man marrying a second and third wife, as long as it is legal, and everybody accepts it, except on that ground. I mean, that can fly, that can really work. But beyond that, I think that might not be a bit of an issue. Let me know what you think, guys. I'd love to hear from you as always.